an internet service here, which is pretty like standard. Everybody, pretty much, where most people use it. Not everybody, but most people use it. Since they are derived from the post service, the German post service. So the post service and the phone thing used to be one entity owned by the state, and well, it got privatized and they split it up into the post service and the phone guys, and the phone guys also put on top their internet thing. So
hey, Mickey.
Oh. Right, Mickey.
Oh.
That no, that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good rate. What you're, I figured. Let's see, 15 euros is 1664 US dollars. That's not bad at all.
no, like you won't starve to death in winter when you pay that. Right. So it's all right. It's for like, and it's actually working pretty well. And if something is acting up, you like, if everything fails, you just get in your car and get to their next shop and just yell at them, and they do something. Unlike like with the other providers where you have to call them and they're like, have you tried to switch it on and off, and like the typical shit.
Yeah, they're reading from the script and you sit there for 2 hours trying to fix it.
Exactly, yeah, and these guys will actually do something about it. We had that happen already and it worked reasonably well.
Yeah.
Our first provider was actually AOL. Does this still exist? I don't know.
Technically, they are still around. They seem to have a website, but yeah, as far as internet service, I think they got pretty much lost out.
Yeah, it seems like it.
They were kind of they were the first one, and then I don't know. Let's, like you were talking about T-Mobile. T-Mobile, I think, had been around a while as a internet and phone provider anyway, and then they bought out a company. I think it was called VoiceStream, and they merged. Those two companies merged, and then we had Verizon. And then as far as the internet, mine, you could go through the phone company, or you could go through a cable company. And I switched from phone to cable about 2 years ago.
Oh, Michael,
Yes.
you can change your online screen, because if people are watching you, you are called fellow Jizzer. So if you go hover over your name, you can see that with me, and then just click that, and you can change anything you want.
Really?
Gary, sorry? Just on your own face. Just go over it with your mouse, and you can see that.
It just says me.
Yeah, if you click that, you can
okay.
type your name, because otherwise, for other people, it's fellow Jizzer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now better?
Now it's Helmut Kabakis.
Yeah, okay.
And Gary says, good evening. It's pissing down with rain in not so sunny London. That's every other day, so that's not so very special. Evening, guys. Don't know if it's a bad taste, but watch HZ. Up to on. I have no clue.
8Z?
HZ.
HZ.
Or HZ, depending on where you are.
And Gary says, good evening. It's pissing down with rain in not so sunny London. That's very special. Evening, guys. Don't know if it's a bad taste, but watch HZ.
Oh, man.
I'm guessing
Judge, honey.
Mickey is listening back.
HZ.
Oh boy.
Aren't you, Mickey?
Sorry?
I said you're listening back. I can hear myself.
No.
Happened to Cohen. I really don't know. We'll have to ask him later. Maybe a typo.
Plastic monkey.
Yeah, I know who Cohen is, but I don't know what you mean with A to Z. I think. Oh, what's happened to Cohen? Yeah, okay. He just stopped, with the entire social media side of modeling. He's still modeling, but no more Facebook, no more YouTube. He just got sick of it.
Oh, so bless you.
Thank you.
So like nothing. That's. I thought like Facebook was still a thing.
From Holdinghausen, I can't see his channel anymore either. No, he quit his. He stopped his channel. He made one last announcement for his subscribers, and then he just deleted his entire channel, and also mainly most of his Facebook dealings are always done. He's still at the Watch Now,
Oh, okay.
and he keeps doing that. But the entire YouTube and all the other modeling groups, he just quit it.
Oh, let's see.
We'll go get my hobby bench set up in the other room. Yeah, it is a shame. He has some awesome content.
But I don't see the point in like deleting the content. Why just not leave it there and never log back on again?
Yeah, I think he took a flamethrower to it. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Great channel.
everybody has his own.
Who's playing with flamethrowers?
Well, that's the verse. That's what the term I used when if you delete a bunch of stuff on the internet. Flamethrower. That's what I used to say. I took a flamethrower to it.
I took a flamethrower to your face.
Flamethrower.
Hey, Michael, Mr. Barkus, did you get the leg tractor kit?
Not yet. No.
Not yet? Okay. I'm curious to see that one built. I haven't got it either. I saw it out there the other day on some shop site.
It's around already, but haven't really felt it yet, I guess.
Yeah.
One day, maybe. But it's a cool subject for sure, and these were used actually. Like the Swedes had them. Like the engineer who designed it, he pretty much after World War I went to Sweden and built it there because, well, if you develop something, you want to see it's shaping up and everything. So he built them there. So that's not like a made up thing.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it till I actually, of all things, was playing it in the video game. And they had it in the game for like a month, and then they got rid of it, and I was disappointed because it was a fun tank to play. And in the meantime, I just, like I said, I didn't know anything about it. And then I was like, wow, and then they made ICM came out with a kit for it. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's neat.
Developed, in the late 20s, early 30s, something like that. Used in the 30s.
Yeah, pretty much 20s and 30s. So it's like they figured this would be something comparable to the British Whippet tank or the Renault FT tanks.
Yes. Yep.
In a way, but yeah, World War I ended before they had the time to actually build the thing, and after that they weren't really allowed to. And
Yeah, there's not a lot going on that they don't get the funding to do the new project or do mass production by any means.
yeah, not only that, I mean, there were like treaties prohibiting tank development.
Oh, that's
itself. The treaty, you know.
Yeah. I didn't think about that part of it. Yeah,
But that's the bad part, actually. I mean, nobody would have like felt too bad about it for any length of time. But with that treaty behind it, I think, yeah, every country would have reversed that somehow at some point.
Yeah.
even though it's such an old design, I really like that design. I like the tracks that kind of go up high, and then the little turret on the back part of it.
Oh. Everyone is watching. No, you don't get any more free stuff, Panzermeister.
Who ever got no more? It cracks me up. No more free stuff.
Well, that's the title of today's hangout.
Oh, is that what it is? Ah.
And there's a reason behind it.
I bet there is.
I will tell you later. I have to close some doors because the music's getting cold.
Panzermeister.
Mm-hmm.
How would that translate into French? Like maître de char or something like that? But Panzermeister is better.
When I first came on, I got his channel mixed up with, there was Panzermeister 36. Oh, and then there's Panzerman's Bunker. I really subbed into those early on.
Yeah, they're Panzerman Bill. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Funny guy.
Do you remember, you guys, when I first came on it, this is like 4 years ago, you guys had some group build called, it was for a Stug group build or something. And he had some video, or somebody did an intro video called Stug Life. Instead of Thug Life, it was Stug Life, and it showed these Stugs all driving around all the time. It was pretty creative.
That was, I think, Carlos.
Oh, there you go. Mendez.
When he did the rapping and everything.
Yes. Yep. That was it.
Yeah. That was Carlos.
Yeah, it was a play off the song like Thug Life or whatever. He did Stug Life. It was cool.
Yeah.
That cracked me up.
Gangster.
I barely knew what the Stug was. I'm like, oh, this is really neat. These guys are innovative as hell. Yeah, Stug Life.
It's a Stug Life.
It's Stug Life. That's right.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That was cool, dude. I was like, oh, these guys are having fun.
That's the thing that makes me sad, that a lot of those channels I was really into, they all stopped over the years.
Yeah, it's
that's like one of them. It's like kind of depressing, but what can you do about it?
No, it's, everybody does their thing. And Panzermeister 36 says, I'm at work, but I can. We had that happen on the car side of things. We had some guys that were around for years and did tons of content, and then like some of them literally just stopped. It was just they were done, and they never came back, and people would ask, and a lot of them they're like, oh, I still build now and again, but they just, I don't know, like a lot of them got burnt out or something, or they something came up in their life that diverted their attention from what they were doing with the YouTube channel. And
yeah, as it happens, I understand that.
Absolutely. Yeah,
that's just like, it's a bit of a bummer, of course, because, well, when you enjoy it, then it's gone, or like those people are like your friends, And they just stop.
So Evan is at work, but he can listen in.
He's at work.
Yeah. He's building rockets and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I found my
The Canadian missile program. It's like North Korea.
That's dangerous.
Oh, you grabbed the beer.
Yes, I found it just lying there. Yeah, I better take it
was
home
like,
with me.
Drink me.
Please help.
Good evening.
Hello, Jan.
Good evening.
Evening, Jan.
Hey, sir.
How art thou?
Hey, Mickey.
Right, Jan?
Dustin's on. Just taking me back through this yet.
Oh, he's looking up screw strengths, and it's boring as fuck.
Screw strength. Well, it's an easy rule. The screw that can't hold more than like it doesn't make sense to make a screw longer than its diameter because it can't hold more than that unless like you want to like pin several things together, multi-layer. So for example, like a M2 screw doesn't have to be longer than 2 centimeters. Doesn't make sense. And you get to the point where the friction of it, like when you screw it in, gets so big when the threading is so long that it actually breaks off the head. It's also fun. So what are you guys doing?
Nothing yet. Just got a beer.
I'm still working on the Walking Dead diorama, the diorama of eternity.
Oh, I got a couple of those.
Well, at least you're working on it.
Hey, Dustin.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, Jan's got the one finger. Oh, yeah. Yep. Holding down the fort here, Jan. Really busy. I don't think Michael knows the inside joke about that.
Huh? What?
You might not want to know. I don't.
When people say that, I don't want to know. Yes.
Just one finger at a time.
No, it's harmless. It's harmless. I work in
Yeah.
IT, and so Jan basically started giving me crap like, you just take one finger and type a letter on the keyboard or whatever. That's what you do for a living. And then that's what we do. Now you just hold up one finger. Are you working? And I was like, yep.
Gary says, screw strength. I'm making main tracks. I'm about to jump out of the roof. And Evan says, well, Michael, I wish there was metric, but I'm stuck with imperial units.
Yeah, that's retarded, but Evan, you must come here. German aviation industry waits for you, and so does metric.
I just built a shelving unit. Let me look at what it was here. Let's see. I think these are imperial. No matter what they are, they're made in China. I know that much. Yep, imperial.
Of course.
I just built a shelving unit with them. It works. But I use metric too, so use whatever I can use.
as long as it's not like something you made up.
No, well, the cabinet shop I work at, the second job I got, that one's funny because once in a while you get a screw that doesn't work, and it's because the machine never threaded it. So it's like 1 out of every 100 screws have no threads on them.
That happens.
Yeah.
The more screws you buy in large quantities at once,
Yeah.
the more you get those screws with Down syndrome, like no threading or like no like how you say, like on the head, like some kind of like, so you can thread it in, like it's just a blank head.
Yep.
That happens, or it's totally offset. So
Yeah, it's crooked or.
yeah, that happens.
Evan, it's always America's fault.
Blah blah blah.
See?
America. Fuck yeah.
Well, we got 2 yawns in that. Oh, we got one again.
Oh, I heard that you're probably gonna. Oh, Jan, quit out. Damn. That America's gonna get a 53rd state.
Yeah, Greenland.
They're looking to buy Greenland from the Danish.
I heard something on the radio briefly about that this morning, that they were talking about the history of like Truman had tried to buy it with gold, and like they said no, and that was back in the 50s or whatever. I don't know why. I don't know.
The thing is, the Danish, yeah, it's like under their administration, but it's not like quite theirs. Also, it's like semi-independent. It's like, it's not Denmark. That's what I'm saying. Like not as we see it. It's a bit like, is there anything like that?
Damn, it's a lot bigger than Idaho. I wasn't sure.
I flew over it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could fit about 6 Idahos in it. That sounds really kinky, actually. I better be careful. We're live.
Fit 6 of me.
Nobody likes my humor. They're like, get the American guy off there.
You better butter up.
No, I don't know. Yeah, that kind of took me by surprise. I don't know why they would. So green. I don't know. It just doesn't.
Apparently, there are a lot of natural resources under the ground, and it's kind of strategic where it's placed. So
You're just talking about oil.
no, I don't think oil is much, but more
UFOs.
gold, silver, coal, maybe oil. I don't think oil.
Okay. Okay. No, that makes
But
sense.
isn't that like a thing for like the last 15 years or so, when like the US and Canada and Russia like all like did their things around the polar circle, like the Russian submarine like attached like a Russian flag underwater underneath the North Pole.
Yes.
And then like the Americans did their thing, and like the Canadian Prime Minister at the time was like driving through those waters on a warship and was like, "This is ours," and like nobody took it serious, like that kind of thing.
From Holdinghausen says the Russians shouldn't have sold Alaska. Now that would have been fun.
Oh yeah, for the Cold War, definitely.
You'll never invade. We're already here.
And to this day, there's
But there's a lot of ground to cover if you're in Alaska and you want to invade the US. You probably run out of petrol when you like halfway through Canada and you get eaten by bears. And we can always like tame some elks and they can haul out your T-72s out of the primeval Canadian forests.
Yeah, but then again, you go to a Canadian gasoline petrol station, and we need petrol. Okay, because Canadians will always say yeah, because they're so nice. They will always help you. Please take our petrol. Mother Russia says thank you.
In Soviet Russia. Red Eats You, or what was that?
There were several of them. It like started with one, and then it just cascaded into many.
Well, half the Canadian flag is red, so.
Well, I like one of the first YouTube channels I remember coming across was Meanwhile in Russia, and it was just kind of a comic thing, and it was just so funny, like all these just funny things that happened like on the street. Like the one famous one was the cop, like he pulled somebody over for a ticket on like an expressway, and he's running back to his car, gets in his car, and there's a pack of wolves that go across the road in front of him. Another one, these guys were trying to tie a bunch of stuff down their pickup truck, and the wind was blowing really hard, and it just blew all their stuff all the way down the street. It was just general nonsense. But I enjoyed the channel. I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
It could be anything, but it was just the title. Meanwhile in Russia, like this is what happened today. Like
there's also tons of pictures when like it's like meanwhile in Finland,
yes,
when there's like this guy like sitting, like on his like on a chair on his
with like shorts on and no shirt.
Yeah, like shorts and no shirt, and has his coffee, and around him is like 5 meters of snow, like everything's just freezing to death, and like this Finnish guy is like, yeah, today is kind of bearable. It's not too bad.
No, it's like those were good names.
Jan,
Yeah,
how come your connection is so bad?
I don't know.
You keep cutting out.
I noticed. I got kicked out a few minutes ago. And the connection's not good.
Yeah, now it's good. But in a couple of minutes, it will grey out again.
Yeah.
That's Russia not liking you.
I've not said anything about Russia yet.
Preemptive strike, probably.
So they're waiting for after 2 weeks.
Two weeks. Army.
I'm sure.
Army days.
Yeah. I don't know which day I'm going yet because I have to wait to find out which day the wife is not working.
Okay. I'll be going Sunday, so.
Yeah. Whichever day she's not working, I will be going.
Okay. Oh, Michael.
Huh?
Next year, Toy Fair.
Yes,
Let's go.
so go.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, we do this. This is amazing. So just show up and
Get drunk.
well, yeah, in the aftermath, I guess.
I will make sure I keep some of my own brewed beers so I can take them with me.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we do this. This will be something special. I also have multiple means to get tickets, so somebody will somehow help me out there. Like the local hobby shop has offered it, and a few other people as well.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. next year will be intense then, Seb. Like
Yep.
the Toy Fair, Lingen, and Eindhoven.
Way too small.
It's like probably overdose.
Yeah. Toy Fair, Lingen en Veldhoven. Vind je het heel erg? Ja, ik krijg er gezeik mee namelijk. Ja. Nee, je moet hem wat zachter zetten. Ja. Nee, dat is YouTube die daarover gaat lopen zeiken. Nee, dat is namelijk copyright en alles. Panzermeister, I will be at the Eindhoven show. Ooh, that's a good thing.
Oh yes.
That's the second Canadian that will be coming then.
So all Canadians are there.
I don't know. I don't know if Dale is coming.
It's the third one, yeah.
Well, that's 2/3 of the population. Then.
Sorry?
That's
Great
2/3 of the
news.
population.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evan is visiting me also on the same occasion.
Ah, so you're coming together.
So yeah, it's not yet like set up where we meet. Like, do we meet like in the Netherlands, or does he come here first and I take him there and he departs from there, or whatever? Like there are multiple
Yeah, of course.
ways to do this. That's not yet established, but everything else is like the intention is there. I also might see other modelers from YouTube next year, like QDC, for example. He's coming to Germany, maybe. So it won't get boring. It will be very, very interesting year for me.
Oh, and Michael will get me some good beer, Evan says. Well, that's the thing. You're from Canada, so everything over here is good.
You're horrible. But it's kind of
I'm
true.
honored.
Kind of true,
Yeah.
though. Yeah. The truth hurts, of course.
He'll grow over it. One day he will grow big, and then
But
might be a while though.
Evan is not like the most, like, how do you say that? Like, he's not really like big into alcohol, I guess. But I might will make him drink some, that's for sure. But will it be good for him? That's the question.
Well, if you get him good beer, he better drink it. It's a crime to let it go to waste.
Yeah, and it's not polite also, right? Well, I had people refusing my beer before.
What?
Yeah, but that wasn't a surprise, though.
Don't say Heinrich.
That was some weirdo. So like a weirdo friend of my sister.
Oh,
He didn't like the beer. I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
he's too schwul.
Yeah, I guess that was also the thing. Yeah.
Not really.
You can go out if the store is not, if there's the customer in the store.
Hmm?
You cannot go out. If there's the customer in the store, I can't go. Because that's why I just stay with the store.
It's tomorrow. It's somebody closes at 10.
Yeah, that's why I was
Mm.
should be okay.
Yeah.
I should,
She's asleep.
yeah. How about that?
She hasn't moved.
Same thing.
Well, she fell asleep.
Did you bury him, Mike? Oh, everyone wants to know if you buried the guy that didn't want to drink your beer.
Like,
He's still roaming this planet. He was a guest. Like I don't kill people in my house. Which is good to know if you visit me. Yeah, I mean, tastes are different. Some people apparently don't like it. I mean, like, what's wrong with this? Like, can't be anything wrong with that.
Give me a second.
I mean, that's like the kind of
I
beer.
don't know it.
Yeah, but like this type of beer,
It's good.
yeah, that means that's the beer that the brewers drink themselves.
Ah, okay.
So that's like in a certain stage of the manufacturing, where like before it gets like filtered and everything. So they, deviate some of it and drink it themselves. And it's very rich and very sweet. It has a lot of particles in it.
Yeah, if it's come from before filtering, it must be.
Exactly, yes. So it's a bit like if you chew on a piece of bread. Like it has this breadish taste to it. I love it. And yeah, but that's like the good shit. Like that's before they, filter it and do all sorts of horrible things with it in order to make it last longer.
Well,
So-
to be honest, you don't need to do it a lot to beer to make it last longer.
Yeah, that's true.
the alcohol that does that.
Not only that, it's also some components in there which are antiseptical. So bacteria cannot live properly in beer.
Nope.
So beer really doesn't turn bad, at least not in a way that it's going to kill you. Like it might taste horrible, but like there's no expiry date to it. Like it will never kill you ever.
And the only reason that there is an expiring date on the bottles, it's because it's law. It's a food
Exactly.
It's food stuff. There needs to be an expiry date on the bottle.
And
But
to be fair, like if it's like a year over the expiry date, it kind of starts to taste a bit.
Well,
bit
that
mossy and
depends.
old.
That
But
depends.
it's not like it's not like horrible. Like it's not disgusting. You just can taste. Yeah, it's a bit old.
But that's mostly for pilsners, for normal beer, because the heavier beers, they actually get better over the years.
They never last long here.
That's something else.
I can't find out. I don't know.
I have a bottle that's from 2015 still in the cellar.
Okay. Well, if
Just
you say
waiting.
it, there must be something to it. So
Waiting,
I trust
lying
you.
down, and aging.
It's like a bottle of wine.
Yeah,
I guess.
in a way, it's like a bottle of wine.
Yeah. But you also can't overdo it with, or like you can overdo it with wine at some point. But then it just turns into vinegar, which is also not too bad.
Well, depends on how much the bottle of wine cost in the first place.
Yeah, well, then it would be a shame to leave it so long.
I got a runny nose and I don't know why. Yeah, la la la. That's probably. Now it's empty. That's better.
That's a burp.
I just started.
That deserves to be called a burp.
If you do it right or don't do it at all.
Exactly, yes. Like a rightfully righteous burp.
Well,
But you will be going back to Ling next year as well?
Yes, I'm already enlisted.
Cool.
So I'm there.
I actually might make it a 2-day trip.
It's kind of overwhelming there for one day. At least that's what I
Not that,
found.
but like I said, it's I was 8.2K to my grandmother's, so it's kind of stupid not to do.
Ah, I see. Yeah. Okay. It makes everything more relaxed.
Yeah.
I mean, I pretty much do the same. I get there on Friday, so I take like a day off. Just the entire day, pretty much getting there, setting everything up, and same thing like on Monday. Like Monday, also take a day off and drive home.
Yeah.
And I mean, like it would be impossible to do it all on a Sunday. Yeah, you kind of wrecked if you do that.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It's a long way to get there, but it was worth it. I really liked the show.
I do it in 2 hours. You need 6?
Yeah, it was more like 7.5. So intense. It's not a thing you just
No.
do spontaneously.
No, definitely not.
But it's fun. Like I brought along another member of the modeling club, and like if you're not driving this distance all on your own, it's all right. You have somebody to talk to, and I just make sure that the co-drivers feed me with cookies and everything. If they don't, I throw them out.
Where are my cookies? I didn't bring any. Oh!
Exactly. That's how it works. But the route up to get there is surprisingly easy, and well, there was not much of a traffic jam involved, and pretty straightforward. It's just far.
Then you
That's
didn't
it.
take the A3.
No fucking way. Under all circumstances, never use A3. Like no matter where it is, just don't. I used A7 and what's it called, A45 and
Yeah.
shit like that. Well, that's kind of messy, but then again, not many people use it, so it's okay.
That's way better. And Jan cut out again.
Oh, frozen Jan.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, we've lost Jan.
Yeah.
Now somebody has to call it. Bless you. Like in Black Hawk Down. Like we got a Black Hawk Down, we got a Black Hawk Down.
Wat zeg
So,
je? Hè? Ja, dat weet ik ook niet.
oh, back again.
Back again into the storm, Jan goes. Yeehaw! Either he doesn't move or he froze again. Ah, he's moving.
No, we got kicked out again.
Yeah, I noticed.
The gremlins are playing around.
I've been
with
muted
that's
for
right.
like 20 minutes.
What, you muted yourself for 20 minutes? Why would you do that?
Probably accidentally.
Dustin? Dustin? Hello? Dustin?
No, he ignores you or he can't hear you.
Lost Jan.
I think he just can't hear us. Let me see.
No, that wasn't me.
No,
I
Jan
can hear
left
you,
again.
Michael.
Huh? What's up?
Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yes. We were wondering why you wouldn't answer.
Yeah, Jan's not coming back anymore.
Oh no. The connection bad or
Yeah, it's connection
Or
problem
reboot.
for some reason.
that's stupid?
Yep. Nothing you can do about that.
No. Dustin is also.
Yeah, he's rebooting.
Oh, okay.
Because we figured out he couldn't hear us.
Well, maybe this
Hey,
Jitsi
Chi.
thing is just as bad as all the other things.
There we go.
Working.
Can you hear us now, Dustin?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
No, I have no clue what you're saying.
I knew you'd do that. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, boy, it's sure is quiet. And I'm like, I saw Michael talking. I'm like, Michael, can you hear me? And I was like, uh-oh.
Oh no.
Time for a reboot.
I just figured like because I saw you working on your bench and I just figured like you were like just super intensely focused on your model so you don't participate in this chat anymore.
No,
That's what I figure. So I leave people alone usually.
No, I just
Unless you're Hendrik, then I say mean things.
Oh, poor Hendrik.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's not poor.
He's very rich. He's a teacher now. He makes millions.
Yeah, and like how many weeks of vacation, paid vacation?
6 in the summer.
Yeah, and like another 6 or 7 weeks on top of that.
Yeah, something like that.
Like 2 weeks for Christmas, 2 weeks for Easter. That's alone 4 weeks. Then you have
6.
Pentecost. Then you have another 6 weeks.
Maybe
and
even autumn break. Around
Yeah, then
October.
there's and then you have all the public holidays
Yep.
as well. So you easily up to
That's
how
another.
many?
That's in Germany. That's another 40.
Yeah, so it's like 12 or 13 weeks.
He never works at all.
Yeah, and then gets paid like reasonably, I guess. I mean, like not a lot, like super rich, but more than I get, that's for sure.
As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
We all should become teachers.
Oh yeah. But I never fancied that.
Or damn children. Nah.
Yeah, and I like the school procedures in itself. They are just retarded. I'm not a slave of this system anymore.
No, you're now a slave of the tax system.
Yeah, but well, you can still do something about that, I guess. But like in school, you're like nobody. At least when you're a pupil. Look what I did today. All scratch building.
Woo!
There you go.
The engine deck for my Eland. Well, camera doesn't really pick it up.
Let's see. Now you're dark on mine. I don't see anything, Michael. It's Jitsi again, probably. Seb, can you see Michael's screen?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. I can't. So it's like totally pitch black.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
No, I can
Oh
see
yeah, it's pitch black.
I'll probably have to reboot again. It's something on my end, apparently.
Okay,
We've
Anyway.
seen this happen before.
that's what I'm doing.
I'll see if I can kick out here.
I think the resolution of my webcam is kind of nice. I guess.
Yeah, not bad. Pretty good.
I like to think that at least.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a mess. That's all I did today. This portion here.
Okay. Now everybody's. Oh, wow, this thing just.
All right.
Well, now everybody's blackened out and muted. Okay.
Oh no.
Huh.
Hmm?
Still can't see Michael's.
That's a shame. You miss a lot.
I know, I missed. Damn
I'm
it.
so pretty.
I just went. You were like, I want to show you what I was building here, and I'm like, all I see is a black screen. Then I rebooted twice.
Yeah, but I can't see your screen either. It's also.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, weird.
Is there a way to like switch off the camera somehow? Yeah, it is actually.
Let's see. Camera's on. I can see my screen. Mickey, Dutch.
That's a
I
piece
don't know.
of
Yours
garbage.
is just totally blacked out.
Not impressive. This jitsi
I'm
thing
using
there.
Firefox.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay, here's the same thing.
I
too.
use Chrome.
We were good at the beginning there, see, everything was flowing, and then right when you went to show me that the tank or whatever you were working on, and it went black. It was kind of. I looked up and it was black, and I was like, then it won't come back.
No. That's sad.
Yeah, it's disappointing. We should.
But I will post pictures of it anyway the next days. So
There you go.
you're not really missing out then. Oh, you're from Indiana, right?
No, Idaho.
Oh, Idaho, something with I. That's what I.
Yeah, there's like 4 states with that I. So at least you didn't say Iowa. That's what most people think.
Iowa and Illinois and
Idaho and so what's the fourth one? I thought there was 4. Indiana, Illinois, Idaho, Iowa.
no. What did I think? Indiana.
I don't know. It's all good. There's only 50 states. There's a lot of people even here will, like, if you tell them where you're from, they'll confuse it with Iowa. Because phonetically sounding or something, they just mix it in their head. They just hear Iowa or something. I've never been to Iowa.
Iowa, isn't that like Kansas, just corn?
Yes, yeah, a lot of corn growth there. Yeah, kind of pretty flat.
Featureless.
Yeah, it's pretty flat. Got some
Well,
pretty country through there, but Kansas. I was in Kansas once, and it was crazy seeing these rolling hills. That when I say hill, they didn't go very high. They just would roll for like a mile and kind of rise up and then come down, and they just would do that forever.
Well, I guess forming a spectacular landscape that requires some long geographic history, like for example, like if you have big mountains nearby, you have all the glaciers that
Yes.
like form shit in like valleys and river valleys, and also like
That's what
hills
we have.
where like the deposits are of all the debris they carry along. And like if there's nothing around, then well, what else can it be than flat? I mean,
Yep.
there's
Yeah, we have a lot of
no way
lot of
around it.
stuff. Yeah, the glaciers plowed through there, and everything's kind of that Indiana, Illinois, Iowa. That's all Nebraska.
Wat zeg je?
I guess you've been to Wisconsin, right? Hamilton?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wat?
I'd say I've never been there, but
Zie je niks van.
they get some cold winters there. I know that.
It's pretty, I must say.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some nice areas. You can find something good everywhere you go. I think
Yeah, definitely. Bless you.
Oh, damn.
You're going to die from the swine flu.
Yeah. And I haven't even been to Germany yet.
Oh no! Well, maybe that's the reason.
Yeah.
No,
At least-
Wisconsin, at least the area where I was hanging out, was nice. Like lots of forests and like hills and
Yep.
not too different from the area I'm from in a way.
Yeah.
Just more like the scale is bigger, of course. But apart from that, yeah, there's some areas here which remind me a lot of that. Usually like river valleys, which are kind of flat, but you see the hills around you. And that's kind of like what this was like.
Yeah, I got.
And yeah,
nice.
Illinois and Chicago and all that shit. Yeah, been there
Oh,
as well.
yeah, you went to Chicago. You went to that museum.
Yes.
Is that
The
where that
submarine.
sub was?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I remember that.
That's a very cool museum. I would not mind to visit that again. So nice.
Yeah.
Did you catch up with the alpha male himself?
Huh?
Gilbert Mondragon, the alpha male himself, he's from Chicago.
Oh, yeah, he's from Chicago, yes. No, why would I?
Oh, he's the alpha male, you have to.
Yeah, the thing is, when two alpha males collide, well, I'm the younger alpha male, right? Usually doesn't end well for the old fucker. No, I didn't bother, actually. I also had little time. Was really just there for a day.
Good excuse.
Yes. Excuse. The alpha male. Why would you call yourself that way?
I wouldn't. He did.
No, interesting city, I must say. That's Chicago. Would not mind to spend more time there, but I guess it would freak out Adam. He's kind of scared of the place.
Why?
Well, yeah, it has the highest murder rate in the US, I've been told.
That's very
Sorry, I had
relative,
a
I
phone
guess.
call. Now, then you went. Let's see, globetrotting here with Hamilcar. You went and saw Andy in Michigan.
Andy?
Was that?
No, he's in Texas.
Oh, Texas. Okay, I don't know.
Phoenix, Andy? What Andy?
Antelope, jackalope.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in the Dallas region.
Okay, so he's down there.
That's all I did, really. I was in Wisconsin. Well, I came in Chicago, went to Wisconsin, and then from Milwaukee, I took a flight to Dallas and got to hang out there with Andy. And from there, I flew home. So that's pretty much it. I would have loved to stretch it a bit further, or like maybe like find a way to drive from Wisconsin to Texas. But everybody just told me don't do that. We're not really we're not into like identifying your body somewhere.
Not that bad.
Yeah, like I was like thinking like take a bus or a train or something, and they're like, no, good lord, you're gonna die. I don't know if that's true, but
I don't either, man. I wouldn't think it'd be unsafe to take a bus from Milwaukee to Dallas.
Yeah, it would just take forever. That's the thing. But I would have loved.
Trying to scare you.
Yeah, I would have loved to see more. You get? I mean, like if you enter an airport and you hop on a plane and it takes you somewhere. I mean, well, I saw the Mississippi. That was fun. We were pretty much flying along it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. But I want to see it like up close one day. Mississippi River. It's kind of badass. I want to see that. I'm a river person. I live next to the Danube. I care for rivers. So like seeing the Rhine or the Danube or the Seine, all those things, that just interests me. I don't. Maybe just
we have the Snake River
proximity
here.
to a big stream. Yeah. Mississippi is certainly on my list.
Now that's where you get in trouble if you tried to swim across it or something. Then I'd be telling you you're taking your life into your own hands. But traveling across,
yeah, well, who would do that? I don't care.
We had a guy here.
I swim in the lake. Yeah, you won't make that. It's huge.
too much undercurrent.
No, I don't want to swim. I want to see it. That's all right.
Yeah,
I'm
see it
fine
from
with
safe
that.
distance.
Yeah.
No, I don't think like taking a bus across there wouldn't. I don't know. These guys have watched too many like Children of the Corn movies or something, I think.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I just took the advice, and it actually was a good advice because, yeah, it would have been a bit of a waste of time because it would have taken like 2 days.
Yeah, it does. That does eat up a lot of time.
So yeah, they were right.
Yeah, they just made it sound like there's serial killers running everywhere. You have to remind them if they were in Wisconsin, they're the ones that had Jeffrey Dahmer, not anybody else. You just have to remind them that next time.
Yeah, I heard that story.
No, they're looking out for your well-being. I didn't think it'd be that bad. There was a guy from Canada that drove. I went to a car show in Salt Lake City, Utah, and there was a guy from Canada, lazy-eyed modeler. He lives up near Toronto, and he drove all the way to Salt Lake from Toronto. So he had to drive all the way down, cross the border, go into. I think he stayed in Michigan the first night, and then he drove across the United States, got to Nebraska, I think the second night, and then from Nebraska drove to Salt Lake all day the next day or something. It took him about 3 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the dude is super dedicated. He loves it. He's driven. I told him, I said, you've seen more of this country than I have. You did it in one drive to a model show, but I don't know how many miles it was. It was a lot.
That's something, yeah.
Because he dang near covered the whole, he dropped in down to Michigan and then drove all the way across and down a little ways to Utah. I can't remember. He drove to another one, it seems like. He's driven to the New Jersey show, and I think from where he lives to New Jersey, I think it's, I don't know, it's 15 hours or something. It's quite a ways.
Yeah, that's intense. Wow.
That's a lot of, there's a lot of congestion over there on the East Coast. A lot more people.
Definitely, yes. It's older in a way, so
Yes. Yep.
people
Older, more
just gather
established.
there, I guess.
Yeah. Just
Accumulate.
yeah, pretty crunched up there.
One thing I also want to do at some point is like having a hiking tour in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yes. Yep.
That would be something. And well, definitely San Francisco. I think that's also kind of neat.
That is a fun area for tourists. That whole, the Bay Area there's a lot to see. When I went there, I went out to Alcatraz.
Yeah,
What else
for example,
yeah,
yes.
I had some family down there. Alcatraz is pretty neat.
And Golden Gate Bridge.
Yep, been across. That's really something to go across that.
And those roads, those winding roads, like uphill and downhill.
Yes. Yeah.
Kind of fun. Like, you know that from all the movies, like of your childhood. At least that's the case for me. So that's
a lot
cool.
of detective shows, crime dramas. A lot of stuff's been filmed there over the years, and they showed there because of the earthquakes. They built like all the buildings. Like here, our buildings are built separate, like with alleys, and they're farther apart. There, they build everything together. Like so you'll have a row of houses, and they're all built next to each other, sharing a wall, because they found that when the earthquakes happened, it was able to withstand it with have less damage that way if you had it all built within one structure, kind of thing.
It's like a reinforcement thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
They had a crazy earthquake there, and I think it was 06.
Yeah, that like this ruined the entire city pretty much.
Yeah, it was really crazy how much
How many people died and like fires broke out and
fires everywhere,
yeah, like
and the
flattened
water rose
buildings
up.
on fire. That's like twice the damage.
Yeah, it was really something. Yeah, it's a neat area to visit. And the Golden Gate Bridge is fun. When I first went across it, there was a lot of fog. It's kind of eerie, but I remember I could see a Navy, some kind of like a Navy destroyer, some U.S. Navy ship, and it was so far away. It was down there, you'd see it over the edge, but it looked like a million miles away. It just kind of gave you an idea how freaking high up you were.
Well, I got close to something very similar at least. In Lisbon, they have also a bridge like that,
Oh, okay.
and even the same guys built it than the
Yep.
Golden Gate Bridge. So it's very impressive.
There's another one there in that Bay Area. I think it's the Bay Bridge. They were building a new one when I was there. It's probably built by now, and it was like a double decker. So it was kind of weird. You driving across it, but you had a level above you, so you didn't have a whole lot of scenery at that point. You might as well have been in a tunnel.
Okay. And going to a place like South Carolina or Kentucky or something would be cool as well. Getting some Civil War vibes there, and
There you go.
like
Yeah, a
some
lot of history there.
rural places. I find that the coolest thing about the US. I don't care really for those big cities like New York, and I mean that's cool for a day or two.
Yeah, they're kind of a rat race. I avoid them.
But like the rural area, that's what I loved so much about Wisconsin. Like you're in those small communities.
Yeah,
And you
got room to roam. That's what Idaho's like. We don't have shit. I don't know. It's nothing like the East Coast.
Yeah, people also are very open there. Like I mean, like as soon as I start talking, they realize, oh, this is not a guy from here. So you get to talk to those people very
Please
easily.
don't invade us. Please don't invade us. Or
Really
I sometimes
sad.
have the feeling the Americans actually wait for that kind of thing.
please do invade us.
Yeah, so they get all their weaponry to use somehow.
Can I use my guns? I want to use all my guns on you.
Please stop. Oh my god. Ridiculous. You guys are ridiculous.
Why? I want to use
Stereotype like to the nth degree here.
Oh. That's okay though.
That is funny.
It was kind of funny and also very sad to, after El Paso, to read some comments. Yeah, another gun shooting. They're going to use this to take away our guns. So, is that really the first thing that comes to your mind when you see a mass shooting? They're going to take away our guns. No, it's shit that happened, and we should see that we can get this resolved, because it only was the 250th time this year. No, you're not going to take away our guns. Yeah, you definitely got your priorities straight there.
Well,
Seb just totally does a buzzkill on Hamel cars, talking to an American guy on the street.
the thing is, I'm kind of pro-gun myself.
So don't get me wrong. I don't think it's bad to have a gun for home defense.
Yeah, exactly. But like when something happens, like the first reaction should not be from anyone to be like, oh, ban guns, ban all the guns.
No, but also the first reaction shouldn't be, don't take our guns.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's a two-sided thing, like a coin.
And I'm not anti-gun. I mean, I can see the use of having a gun as home defense. But then again, what does an M14 sniper rifle add to your home defense? Are you going to lie
that's not for home
down
defense.
the street waiting for somebody to break in?
Yeah.
Just don't take my bayonet.
Actually happened. There was like 1 or 2 years ago, some guy in the US shot a German exchange student because like this guy deliberately left open his garage and placed something in there. And apparently this was like a thing that the kids of the neighborhood would just annoy this guy by, I don't know, whatever they would do. So apparently like the joke was like, let's poke him a bit. And this guy just like shot him. This guy.
Jeez.
like
That's
like
actually
like with
murder.
intention. Like he actually set things up so somebody would take the opportunity, so he has somebody to shoot, like that kind of shit. And that's not cool, for sure.
No, that's
no way to discuss that.
That's first-degree murder.
I'm reading about it right now. It's deliberately set out to attract and then shoot a burglar.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you have a pistol or a revolver or a shotgun, no problem.
That's reasonable.
That's defense. Everything bigger than that, like an AR-15, really? That's not.
AR-15. Well, why not? I mean, why not? Yeah, but as you say, like a sniper rifle or like, I don't know, like a belt-fed light machine gun.
And you do not need 70. What was it? No, it was 47 guns to protect your home. If you can't do it with one, you cannot do it with 40.
Yeah, that's pretty much
so
the consequence.
So should they ban guns? No.
Yeah.
Should they ban the amount of guns? Yes. And the amount of ammo? Yes.
Yeah, sort of.
You don't need 2,000 rounds of ammunition in your house to defend your house.
Ooh. Well, I know people here.
It's
in
still
Germany.
There's
Germany, by the way.
There's still no zombie attack imminent.
They have like 15,000 rounds at home.
Why?
And this guy always says, like, you never know. And in case I have them and others don't.
Yeah, but also, does he also have
well, you can be a bit paranoid, of course. Yeah, but
those are the preppers. But
it's not a prepper
normally
thing.
Don't go out to shoot people because they need those guns because the end of the world. Yada 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 yada.
It's somewhat it's going in that direction somehow, but it's this guy I'm talking about. Yeah, not precisely.
And I laughed my ass off. It's not the guns that kill people; it's video games.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I thought it was Marilyn Manson. Like back in Columbine.
They blamed him quite a bit. Columbine, that was the one that really.
Yeah.
One of the kids listened to him or something. That was his favorite band or something. And then.
Oh, we actually still at 9 viewers, so nobody left. Woo! You can actually, if you're watching this, you can actually just give your view of things if you want in the live chat version. I read it. I read everything.
Oh, don't say that.
Almost anything.
Exactly.
I don't have a lot of limits, but I do have some limits.
I was about to say. And I lost the part. Oh, no.
Of course.
Let me grab the flashlight and.
Are you gonna grab the pussy?
Grab them by the pussy, or what was it?
Yep.
No, my lighting is actually improved now with this thing here.
Ooh, is it one of those triple tubes? 3
I don't
lamps?
know.
How many lamps are in there?
That's LED.
Oh, you got LEDs.
Probably like 100. I don't know.
Nice.
It's pretty nice, I must say.
Well, this
And
one's basically done.
it's not really getting warm, which is good in summer because I hate
No,
it when
because
the
it's
light
LED.
is actually heating the room. But back in a minute.
Next. I was working at this T64. Ta-ha! There's something went flying. Oh yeah. 10 viewers. Woohoo! It's going up. That's not bad. But the title is. Hey, why don't I see it here? Right wind there. I have 5,000 rounds and 5 firearms. I might use them on myself. I can't get these main tracks finished. Well, if you do it right, you only need 1. And that's kind of my point. But 5,000 rounds, 5 firearms. You're in the UK, so you must be licensed, and it can't be anything other than a shotgun, I believe. Mickey?
Sorry?
What's the firearms law in the UK? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Oh. See. Or should I actually do something? Yeah, I'm gonna actually do something I need to do. This is a nice build. I'm gonna keep doing this another day. You go back in the box to be used another day. I like the paint job on the card body there.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, that. Get my camera here so I can see what I'm doing. Wanted you to see work.
Ooh, somebody's under the bench at Michael's.
That's I try to make
Yeah, I
it
know.
slightly.
Yes. Oh, yes. I am licensed. Shotguns and firearms. What is it exactly that you count on the firearms? Because I think basically shotguns are as well firearms. I mean, or are they pistols and revolvers and such? I'm Dutch. I don't know the difference. All above the law, just the bikes that aren't legal. Well. Do I want to continue this? I can actually have some stuff I can use for this now. No, I can't continue this. I need all this stuff. If I do this like this, do I have enough room? Where did I get you go? Where? Oh, here you are. To drive this one, it's a very narrow mountain road in the Ardennes. So I could try and do this one right here. But that doesn't have enough grip. It needs. Yeah.
I check somewhere.
Yeah, no problem. All alone and by myself.
No, you're not.
Hey, there he is.
I'm always there. I just look for parts on the floor. That's what I do. But I think I'm not going to find it. Which is rare, I usually do.
The Carpet Monster won.
Well, I give you an exclusive view of my floor, and I think it's surprising that I actually find stuff. See that mess? See that?
You might want to use a vacuum cleaner on that one.
I do like once or twice a year. I actually find parts down there. That's the cool thing. Due to the headset, I didn't really hear where it landed. So it could be anywhere. But it's not like a really essential part. But my sense for semi-perfection kind of demands that I find it.
Well, you're a German, so you have to.
Yes.
And I have to get. I'm a slave, so I have to let the cat in. I'll be back in a sec. Let's see what Gary has to say. Shotguns aren't firearms. Okay. I got a 243 rifle, two 22 rifles, and a 9mm Glock that isn't kept at home though. That's then work related or are you at a club? Marksmanship club, I think it's called. Seeing the 2 for free. I know very little about it, things like that. So
I would love to have like all the like parameters by the law, so I could like collect historical firearms. That would be amazing to have like.
You're in Germany. You're fucked anyway.
Huh?
You're in Germany. You're fucked anyway.
With the rifles.
With historical rifles, especially Second World War.
That's actually easier to do than you think.
Personally.
But I could just join a shooting club.
Yeah.
Where they shoot just like air rifles and shit like that. And then I can pretty much purchase those like K98 stuff. I can purchase that, that's for sure. The thing is though, there's a lot of bureaucracy attached to it.
Yeah, of course.
And then you need the means to lock it in your home, which is also super expensive.
Yep, I know.
the safes you would need to buy. They're like, I don't know, a couple of thousand euros.
I know.
Yeah, I
them.
was gonna say 2,000 euros probably because that's about
My grandpa was a hunter, so I know.
gets up there for sure.
But that wouldn't be really the problem. But I just hate this bureaucratic shit. So, well, I could still buy stuff anyway and don't give a shit. Somewhere in Poland or the Czech Republic, who cares?
Russia, probably.
Yeah, well, not so easy. Should be something within the EU, so you don't enter or you don't get into big
Custom stuff.
like on the customs and everything. You can buy this shit somewhere, like Romania and whatever. They don't care. And one thing I actually want to do at some point is just get a proper air rifle, because they're kind of regulated in a ridiculous way in Germany. Bless you. But in Austria, they're allowed to be 10 times more powerful.
Jesus Christ.
You're gonna die. Yeah, so I might just buy something in Austria at some point. Because nobody gives a shit if you buy something there. Not like they charge you for something.
What was that one submachine gun you guys had in World War II? They called it the oil can, grease gun. The ST.
The grease gun is an American thing. I think.
Yeah,
Was that ours?
MP40 you mean. But the one that's called grease gun, that's American.
Think of what that
used for hunting and target shooting. Had shotguns since I was 11. Yeah, I know shotguns are. Hey, Dale. Try to ninja in.
Hello.
Is this thing working?
Yeah, it's working.
Oh, that's good. That's 2 times in a row.
Jesus.
If you see a red mask coming out, it might be my lungs. I will just be pushing them back in again.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think when it comes to guns like that, I mean, if you break the law when it comes to guns, they should be taken away from you because you apparently show you can use them in a way you're supposed to. I mean, speeding is also using a car in the way you're not supposed to, but normally the results are a little bit less severe.
Normally, yes.
Normally.
But there's always people who manage it
Yep.
to make a mess.
Oh, yes. There's always somebody who will fuck up. There's always the one. I might even be able to finish this one. Ooh, I actually have a base for Dio already. Well, I got it before.
No. Finish something. That's unheard of.
There's this song that pops to mind. Something about if you don't know me by now.
Well, at least my output is not too bad. I actually get stuff done sometimes.
Mine's doing okay, I guess.
I just didn't feel like modeling in the entire week, and I was off every night. So
I still can't see what car screen. That's funny.
You can't.
So you can tell whatever story you want, man. I'll believe you. I'll just take your word for it.
I thought you would do that anyway. Without conditions.
Without conditions, that's right.
Unconditional.
Jesus Christ, I'm getting very fed up with footnotes at the moment.
Need a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, almost. Is that whole Patreon thing working a little bit for you, Michael?
Well, it depends on what you mean by that. It kind of does. It's all right.
You're doing better than me then.
I get like $27 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, but of course I give away some in support of others. So I usually end up, I think, with $18.
Still not bad.
It's okay. I mean, I'm not complaining for something that comes for free, right?
Yeah.
So,
Clayton McCain wants to know what everybody's working on.
Eland armored car.
Mickey's working up an appetite, I guess. Dustin is working on his zombie. Whatchamacallit? Damn, I can't remember the show name with the guy who's the sheriff.
Walking Dead?
What? The Walking Dead. Dio.
Yeah.
I have no clue what Dale's working. Your bench is kind of dark, Dale. Do you do something to your lighting? Normally it's lighter.
Oh. Maybe I got... That ain't better?
Yeah, that's how the way it normally is.
Yeah. Anyways, working on Tiger tracks.
And I'm working on a dio for the War Channel Facebook group 75 years anniversary part 2. And that's a little dio on the Ardennes forest of a L3000, a Mercedes truck, crashed down. And this is a, I have to say the name correct, V3000 SSM Maltier with the Red Cross shelter on the back.
Oh, nice.
Which are both ICM kits and both I very highly recommend.
Yeah. And as I said, Eland armored car. So, like, I think the first take-home kit I'm building, and a bit underwhelmed. I was expecting more, but it's all right.
Which Tecom cat is it?
This guy.
Oh, the ALC? ALM? You got
Branch?
AML 90.
Yes.
Well, it's French, so.
Yeah, but come on, it doesn't really translate to a Chinese kit, right? I mean, that's ridiculous. No, the plastic's kind of thin and flimsy. I don't know. Like the parts fit reasonably well. That's okay.
Is it something like a stag hound?
Sort of, yeah. It's a 4-wheeled armored car, but with a 90mm gun on it.
Holy schmoly.
Yeah, it's
It must bounce
something.
around a little when you let that guy off.
Oh yeah. The French developed that in the 60s, I think.
Oh yeah.
And what I'm doing here is converting it into an Eland, which is the South African license-built version of the same vehicle, which is different in many places. And that saw some wide use, actually. Probably wider use than the French original. Like the South Africans, for example, they would engage like T-55s with those armored cars, with like hit and run, outmaneuvering them, hitting them like in the sides and rear. Like really, really ballsy attacks. And that happened multiple times in their border wars, like around Angola and places like that.
Well, I suppose as long as you got some speed to get away.
Exactly, yes. Yeah, but those guys, they have like, the armor is good against small arm fire.
Yeah.
But you go against a T-55 tank. I mean, once this guy somehow hits you, you're done. You're like,
I would think so.
They can pick you up in a shovel and bury you in a tin can. That's what happens. So
yeah, I would think so.
Ballsy attack. And what I'm doing here is actually
Yeah.
I think he frozen? No.
Yeah. I think your sound went away, Michael. Yeah, you muted your sound. Your sound is muted.
That's
Yeah, it is.
Just mute it.
I didn't do anything. I didn't even touch something.
Jincy did it.
Yeah. It just was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Gary's working on the Meng Leopard 2A7. Oh, that's supposed to be a very nice kit, so that's a good thing. Well, the tracks anyway. I'm talking all night. Armored car. Geez, my phone's not working very well. Plastic Monkey is working on the Revell 1350th Turpitz Platinum, and it's a shitload of photo etch.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
I know for a fact that the Revell Turpitz is a good kit.
Is that?
The Platinum, it's a good kit plus shit works of ton of photo etch. Clayton says, "Who's Tiger Tracks, my friend?" So, what Tiger are you working on, Dale?
I'm working on a Ryefield, the very first Tiger that was put out. The one for Northern Africa.
Rifle Tiger.
And a hell of boxes, but
Can I see the truck again? What truck do you mean, Clayton? I mean, I'm working on 2 trucks, and well, I'm actually only working on 2 trucks. He's an armored car. So, which truck do you want to see again? It's the Maltier or the S3000? Let me know.
Mickey having a sleep or something?
He's listening in.
He's listening.
Don't worry, I'm here.
Mickey's always close. Don't worry. Guarding. He's guarding us.
Guarding us.
Oops.
Is he trying to keep us out of trouble or no?
Keeps away from trouble.
Ah.
Not out. That's yeah. He shouldn't even start that. It's impossible.
Yeah, we in trouble. That's not a thing.
Your live video wasn't on my feed and I'm subscribed. Oh, wait.
Binga, 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 binga.
Hey Dale, I see they found those 2 Yahoos that were shaking up the place up there, it sounds like.
What's that?
They found those 2 teenagers that were on the rampage.
Yeah, I guess they committed Harry Carey and they found them.
I would commit suicide as well as I would find a Harry Carey. Adam is there. Hi, Michael, he says.
Adam? Mr. Man, I guess.
No, Griff, the other Adam. The Kiwi
Oh,
Adam.
the Kiwi. Kiwi Adam.
No, I don't
Adam.
think Mr. Man still knows where my channel is. I haven't spoken to him in a while.
He's busy with raising children, I guess.
I really hope he lets do that to the missus.
So the Kiwi Adam.
Yeah.
Poor kids.
Everybody's a little upset because they couldn't question them 2 characters.
Well, they
Find out
are.
what actually is going on.
Why did you do it? Nah. Sorry.
What? And I never heard anything about their background or anything at all.
Well, the background is not supposed to be as bad as what it sounds like they did, so I don't know.
I guess it wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter what your background is. Once you commit a major crime and start murdering people on the highway, then
Yep.
What did happen there?
up in Dale, I'll let you tell it. It was up kind of close to where you live.
Well, two young guys, they were teenagers, 18 and 19, and they're from BC, which is on the west coast of Canada.
British Columbia.
And they were up in the north, and they killed some old guy, and I'm not sure if they stole his vehicle or what they did. And then they come across two other young people, but probably a little older than them. And the one was from Australia, and the other one is from the eastern United States. And I guess they killed them too. And then whatever vehicle that they got, and they headed eastward. And they went through this province, and I guess somebody must have figured out who they were and that they were possible suspects, because by the time they were checking any cameras that ever got any visuals on this vehicle and these young guys through the Western Canada, and they ended up in the northeastern part of Manitoba, and they burnt that vehicle. And then they proceeded on foot, and they were on foot for, well, over a week, but we're not sure how long they actually were alive when they committed suicide. So it could have been 2 or 3 days, or the police haven't released a bunch of information that I've heard of so far.
And Michael, you were talking about rural earlier. That Manitoba is northern Manitoba, right, Dale? That's totally wide open wilderness, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just all forest.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard of this at all. That sounds really, really fucked up.
It's way different than anything we've ever had before that ever made the news.
Well, at least they had good video of them coming out of the store. They had good pictures of them. It's not like the 80s where they had security cameras like a gray ghost-looking thing. Do you recognize this guy? Nope, I sure don't.
Yeah, and security cameras aren't a big thing around this country compared to, you get down in the major urban centers and there's lots of security cameras, but it's nothing like what's in, well, England, and I don't know what you guys got in Germany, but the amount of security cameras in England is probably 10 times more than all of Canada.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't like this concept.
Yeah.
I don't think like this prevents any bad things to happen.
I don't think so.
It might make it easier to find the people who did it, but it's not preventing anything.
No, that's right. I know our cities have been doing, like the ones in Western Canada, they've been talking about putting in more security cameras out in the general population, like where the streets are now. We've got a few on street corners, but they're mostly set up to catch speeders.
Yeah, that's a different thing, but it's not meant to monitor.
No.
Let's say like just like normal like areas or like parking lots, stuff like that.
No, that's how they got these two. They had it looked like it was coming outside of a grocery store or a hardware store.
Yeah.
And it was right there at the entrance, and it got a really good shot of them both walking out. No, they're bad hombres.
Yeah, they'll give the country something to talk about for a while.
I just in the mountains. I want to go see the German Alps.
Oh yeah, that's
I would
awesome.
love to see those. And I don't know if I got the wind anymore to hike them. I'm probably way out of shape, but it would be cool to go see them.
Oh, there are hiking tours for everybody there for
Yeah, even fat guys.
profi sports guys and for 80-year-old fuckers. So
So I could probably hack it.
yeah, so there's something for everybody. I'm unfortunately I'm not too experienced myself yet, but I try to work on it and make like once or twice a year like a little tour. Like last year I did a big one. That was amazing. Scaled like a actual mountain for the first time. That was amazing. It was actually in North Italy. Well, former Austria, so people speak German there, but it's Italy. So that was amazing. Loved it. It's a nice area. People are cool there. Food is great. Landscape is just astonishing. And they sure make the best out of it. So people who are into mountain biking or hiking or like those people, they all find something there.
Yep, good outdoor recreation. Yeah, just now in Band of Brothers, when they film that thing at the Eagle's Nest, was that filmed there or was that done somewhere else?
Ooh, I couldn't tell actually.
I was just curious because that's a.
Let me look it up. I've actually never been to the site.
So I'm gonna interrupt you guys now for a second because we're having trouble all night with connection issues and everything. I'm just gonna take us off air now, and because it just doesn't work. There's too much connection issues and everything, and yeah, and Dustin's doing his finger, one finger, Dustin, one finger. So if you want, you can join us on the regular link. Watching will be impossible because we're going off air, but there should still be about 94 places left to join. And if you don't want, to all of you who doesn't want to, I just say, fuck off. Bye.